Hi, everybody. Hi, welcome to KGL TV. I'm Reverend Kelly, and this is The Voice. The Voice of Cannabis is the full title of it. I just like shortening it down to The Voice. The Voice is a Cannavenger podcast. If you just watch the opening, you see that beautiful lady. She is actually the voice of cannabis. I just get to be the host of the show that is that Cannavenger podcast. This is season 1, episode 4. So this is the 4th time we've done the show, although we've done The Voice specials in the past. This is a new series. I brought it back to life on a weekly basis. I can't say how many times I will do it during the week, but I brought it back on a weekly basis pretty much because of our guests this week, the chefs, the competitors of So You Think You Can Cook with Cannabis. I needed more of a way to interview them. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to bring the show back. I'll just bring the voice back. And here it is. And now I have, I guess, probably maybe 6 or 7 new co-host, because we have a co-host every day, booked for the next few weeks. So like right into June, it's just going to happen. We're here. I've changed my setting. If you've watched it before, I was red. I've been watching myself back on the like the post, and I was like, why am I red? Someone's going to think I'm pink, maybe one of those Teletubby people. I'm not. I'm a real human, maybe sort of a real human. I pretend to be one, at least, a minister, right? And I'm not pink. I'm not red or pink. I'm actually this color. Can you see me a little bit better? I know. If you watch the past episodes, I will churn from that. You will think I've come from a different planet. It's me. I'm here. I'm real. I was so excited to be with you today live, always on KGL TV. If you're watching this in a different day than today, please follow along with what we're doing so that you can see who we have in the future. We have a chef today. I'm so excited. When I think of him, automatically in my mind, his name is Chefy Boy. That is because that is what his handle is on Instagram. He doesn't have another name. He's just Chefy Boy to me. People come up like that. I'm like, okay, we've got Chefy Boy today, but he has an actual real name. His name is Chef Terrance too. He is from the Algon County, and he's quite a celebrity in that area. We're going to talk about that. We're going to hear why he's decided to cook with cannabis for our competition. And that is coming up on Monday. My goodness, June 1st, the very first day of June. We'll be doing it in Whitby, Ontario at the Joint, Ted Reader's The Joint. Let me show you a picture of him. Let me show you. Look at this. Can you see it? Can you see this picture? So what happened was, for a long, long time, I have said to my son, who loves meat, I am a vegetarian, I do not eat meat. He loves meat. I've said, we have to go and see Ted Reader. We have to go because he is the king of the barbecue, the godfather of the grill. So I brought him in, and Ted was like, oh yeah, I'll cook you something. Can you see? I don't know if you can see on your screen, but it is the size of, like, I don't even know. And my son's eyes were like this. Are you going to make me eat that whole thing? Did I take me off? He goes, there. He goes, am I going to have to eat that whole thing? And Ted's like, yes, you are. That's Ted Reader. His food is known around the world. He's a Canadian, I guess, celebrity. He's been on a lot of media, the morning shows, and he has his own line of spices, cookbooks. And so he's really, really well known. He has a restaurant perfectly called The Joint, which is, we're going to be doing a cannabis presentation there, a cannabis event there. So he loves weed. He's also like a budding stand-up comedian. And I'm saying this because he's one of the judges of So You Think You Can Cook with Cannabis. Whenever I put the show together, I want to find the best judges. I built the show around American Idol, that old show with Simon and Paula and Randy. And so when I put the show together now, I'm like, who's going to be my Simon? Who's going to be my Paula? Who's going, right? And so when I thought about doing it this Ontario version, I had to call him. I had to. And he was like, yes, I'll do that for you. And not only we will have the restaurant, so we're so excited when this is just a few days away. Let's see if I can pull up the ad for it. So You Think You Can Cook with Cannabis. I don't even know if I have tickets left. You can try. You can email me. We'll see if we do. kglnetwork.org if you want to try. There it is again. So You Think You Can Cook with Cannabis, presented by Zipmaster. Isn't that so cool? And the owner of Zipmaster, Kim, she's coming all the way from British Columbia to be part of our special event on Monday. Isn't that so exciting? We're filming it for Network Pilot. So that means that we're going to take all the footage, we're going to condense it into like a little mini reel, and then we're going to submit it to networks so that we can create Canada's best cannabis chef. So we're going to be celebrating Ontario's best cannabis chef this June 1st, but we want to find Canada's best cannabis chef. So stay tuned for that. That might happen. We're going to manifest it. We're going to think about it. Okay, so you know what? We have Chef Terrance today. He is our co-host. We're going to bring him in after the break. We're going to chat with him about all of the incredible things that we're doing. And then we're going to have co-host time. We're going to talk cannabis news. I've got weather and I've got sports coming up all in the next, I guess, 25 minutes. So keep tuning in. You're watching The Voice. I'm Reverend Kelly. We'll be back right after this. Educanation, a Canadian non-profit organization devoted to improving the quality of cannabis education and care across our nation and around the world. Educanation believes in continued education and support through the 3-tiered membership: cannabis education and outreach services, patient education and support through their holistic clinic model. Educanation, providing the highest standard of professional and responsible cannabis education. www.educanation.info. Whenever I see it, I'm so excited to see that intro. That has been our intro since day one. Our co-creator and director of the show, Thomas O'Neill, the Butter Baron of Cannabis, created that for the very first time that we did this show 4 years ago. And I'm so excited to be able to use it today and share with you that we may have tickets left. I'm not sure. Email me if you're looking for them. That is for June 1st. Okay, I usually leave the cannabis news to the end of the day. Let's see. So I have one news story. See if we can show it. It might slow down the broadcast, but I think it's one of those really important ones to be able to share on. Oh, look at that. What is this here? Oh, local chef takes center stage. This comes from investinelgin.ca. Terrance 2 selected for provincial culinary competition. Elgin County's culinary scene is gaining provincial recognition as Chef Terrance. So sorry, I can't read that. Of Solo, you'll tell us what it is in a minute, has been selected as one of only 6 chefs across Ontario to compete in the upcoming So You Think You Can Cook with Cannabis Ontario Edition competition. So like he made it into the mainstream media. And let me tell you why that is so important. When you are pioneering in the cannabis space, you're in like this little zone here, and you don't realize the muggles out there are still so scared of cannabis for the most part. So then when you have somebody that's willing to cross that line and bring those people into that space and allow for that and publicize cannabis in a positive way in the mainstream media, thank you. Thank you, Chef, for being part of that. And you made it, and you did it. Congratulations. Thank you so much for that. Is that the food that you're made? Is that pictures of the stuff that you've made, Chef Terrance?
Yeah, so that's our yellow perch dish, and then that's a play on our cheesecake that we were doing, but we just changed our whole menu up right now.
But that's what you were doing, and that looks like that is art. That is like chefs, and this is from what I've learned. I did not know anything about culinary before producing this competition, but from meeting the chefs and from seeing what you guys can do, it is art, and it is a rare art form. Like there's a lot of like singers and comedians and actors in the world, but to be an artist with food is very rare. So congratulations to you for being able to pull that off.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Where are you coming to me from today? Elgin County, right? Did I say that right? And
Uh,
did I pronounce your
so
name right?
yeah, so I'm in Port Stanley today. It's a
Okay.
small fishing village where our restaurant's at, Solo on Main. We're right on
Solo.
the water. Like if it comes out, you'll see
Wow.
it back. But that's where our fish come in every day around like 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. And yeah, I spent most of my life out here.
Port Stanley. Where in Ontario is that exactly?
We're right on Lake Erie, so just a little south of London.
Oh, okay. So south, south, like really
Yeah,
south Ontario. Oh,
yeah,
that's
we're right
wonderful.
on the
And
water.
your restaurant is called Solo on Main. Is that correct?
Yep. Yeah,
Yeah.
we're just
How
a
long have
small
you
little
been there?
restaurant. I started out here, I think in November. I
Okay.
work with Mel and Dan. We opened a restaurant together there a couple years ago, and I was trying to decide if I was going to come back home or if I was going to go travel again. And we made a deal to come back home, and I got to have free culinary creativity here and just do what I do. And it's been fun.
That's amazing. That's amazing. So, okay, so if you've only been there since November, but you've been a chef for a lot longer, can you share a little bit about your story with us today?
So I think I'm going on year 18 now. I was in high school. I wanted to play a fifth year of football, and my parents were like, it's time to get a job or you're going to move out. So I kind of always joked about being a chef. And it came to the time, like, fine, I'll be a chef. A week later, I had an interview at one of the top golf courses in Ontario. And the chef said to me, he's like, if you want to be the best, you're going to shut your mouth. You're going to work with me. And I put my head down and have grinded the last 18 years. I started competing in 2010. I got a silver 2010, 2011, and then 2012 was like my breakout year where I got like 5 gold medals. I remember getting my first one. I went up to the stage. I brought the first one back, went to my mom, like, here, you might want to hold on to this. She's like, why? I'm like, I seen my name like 4 or 5 more times on the table. And
Wow.
yeah, it's
But can I ask you a question? When you say silver and you're saying gold, what are you referencing to? Is this the local competition? Where are you getting these medals from? Who is giving them to you?
so it was a local competition they used to do in Toronto, held by the Canadian Chefs Association. So we'd make hot food and serve it cold. We'd have to dip it in aspic and it'd be on display. It's an old school style of cooking. And then 2012, I did a chocolate showpiece for the first time ever, and I got a gold with that. There's like a deer head with fish jumping out of water, and yeah, it was fun. I like
Wow.
to make my life more difficult sometimes, and I probably should.
Now, okay, so you came to so you think you can cook with cannabis by way of Ted Reader? You had connection to him? You like barbecue maybe?
Yeah, so I'm a barbecue guy. I have my own company, the Tipsy Pig. I have a spice company as well. Um, I got the privilege to work alongside with Ted Reader while I was on one of the Canadian Olympic teams. So Ted's been a little hard on me over the year, and I just seen his little shout out saying I better use salt and pepper. So I've heard you loud and clear, and my food will be seasoned. Um, but I did Chopped Canada when I was 22 years old. I've always kind of been in the competition scene. I've been doing barbecue competitions, and I just like it. It drives you to push yourself in a way nothing else can. When you're in the chaos of a kitchen, that's a whole different realm. But when you're cooking on camera or you have a press like you're cooking against the best, it brings something out of you that you can't explain. Everyone's
Yeah.
going to be nervous going into it. Everyone's going to go through the emotions. And when you're on camera doing something you love and care about, you're making yourself kind of vulnerable to exposure of your weaknesses, your strengths, because like it's on camera and that will be around forever.
Yeah. Ever and ever. I need to back up for a second. You said these words when I was in the Olympics, and with regards to cooking. What? What do you mean the Olympics of cooking? Talk about that a little bit, and the fact that you were there. What?
So I didn't. So this year's the World Cup. I didn't get to go. Like I and the Olympic team is well, teams going to the Olympics in 2028. But Canada has three teams that will be going. I believe there's a junior team, a senior team, and a community catering team. I was a part of the community catering team. So there's like three or four chefs, a pastry chef. We have to do a three-course meal for 120 people and three snacks that weighed like 40, 45 grams. And you had like a 5 hour window to do it. Um,
Wow.
it was probably one of the most remarkable experiences of my career to say I was going to be a representative of our country. Like it's not necessarily off the table again. It's just my restaurant's getting busier over here. I'm trying to get a little more home life balance right now before I commit to diving into that again.
Wow. I I don't think, and this is the 5th time that we've done this competition, I don't think we've ever had an Olympic competitor in our competition before, Terrance. Thanks for bringing that level to us. And what's very interesting is that I know you're a pastry chef, I know that you're a chef, but you learned cannabis for this competition. Is that right? Do I have that right?
Well, so I've always played around with cooking with cannabis a little bit, but like at first it's like, all right, I'll be able to figure it out, refine my skills and stuff. And then I was very lucky to have Chef Adam that was local to me. And, me and Adam have built quite a remarkable friendship over the last couple of weeks where
So cool.
we have the same values, we have the same views on how cannabis should be served to people, and we've done some work just to tighten up to make sure dosages are done properly. I just got a new T check after seeing his thing. I was like, this thing is remarkable, and like when you're playing around with it at first, you never know how accurate you're going to be. You can only rely on basic math, and Adam really helped me refine to make sure I hit consistency and just doing things safe. And that's the most important thing to both of us right now.
Right. And I love that because the judges have been saying all along, we don't want to be sleeping after the second or third person. So we're going to talk to you about dosing. We're going to make sure that your infusions is right. And there are points for that. And so what I love about this is that you said like the title of the show is So You Think You Can Cook with Cannabis. And you look at cannabis as just another ingredient that you have at your disposal to create your art.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think anything could be infused. You just need to understand the ingredients you're working with. And my approach to this one is I want to be a little different than the rest of my competitors. I have access to ingredients and techniques that may not be normal to the average chef. And I just went playful. I stayed authentic. I know what the judges were looking for, so I'm pretty sure I hit every dial on that. I'm sure they might rip on me a little bit saying it's complicated, but like my dishes are something I would run in my restaurant every single day. So and
Amazing.
it's been fun to teach my staff like different techniques and flavor profiles, explaining why I'm doing what I'm doing, and I'm educating them on cannabis cooking as well.
That's amazing. That's amazing. So, do you think that perhaps there's a future in this for you? How are you like a little bit maybe more drawn to cannabis infusions? Do you see a future in culinary cannabis at all?
Well, I was saving this for you today. I kind of gave you a sneak preview there a couple days ago, I think a week ago. But we're going to be launching the Tipsy Pig Cooking with Cannabis presented by Chef Terrance. We're going to add it to the brand of our Tipsy Pig, and we're going to look at doing in-home classes and some infused dinners and whatnot. It'll probably be more in the fall and the winter, while our slower season, but I think it's going to be important to keep pushing this forward to draw awareness. And this is why I'm doing this competition. I think Elgin County has so much to offer And if I could be in the spotlight a little bit and draw people in and share their stories and all that, that's what's important to me. This isn't about Chef Terrance right now. I get a lot of attention if I want it or I don't want it. This is to
Mhm.
draw some attention to home and all the people that work hard that don't necessarily have the access to the exposure out there.
Yeah, for sure. Um, that is a win to me. Already won the competition if you called to continue to pioneer and learn and push the message forward and push it forward. That's already a win for us. So we don't even need to do the competition. We've won already.
Yeah, well, I feel pretty good coming into it, I'll tell you.
Terrance
Oh, it's cutting out a little bit.
does now. Oh, this is a
I'm
space
sorry.
niche that burden to teach and sauce, although I'm not big on fish. So
Well, you should come out.
only for those that do have it. And you know what? That is a surprise. Thank you for surprising us with the future of your are we I think we might have a little delay here,
Yeah, there's a little lag going on right
chef.
now. Uh-oh.
Do we have a little delay?
Yeah,
One
we
of
have a
us is
little bit.
glitching or glitching. We're gonna just take a little commercial when we come back at these folks.
You know, one of the biggest areas for growth in the cannabis industry is actually cannabis hospitality. And did you know you could start your own business for under $5,000? Allow me to take you through my mentorship program to receive your cannabis hospitality stewardship certificate, where we're going to allow you to understand this plant in a way in which you can actually shepherd the plant to people. And not only a way to start a new career, but a way to actually enrich people's lives so they can use the benefits of cannabis to enhance their lifestyle. Please join me on this revolutionary journey.
Oh, welcome back. I think that we had a little bit of delay, a little bit of technical difficulties before the break. I closed a bunch of windows, so I'm hoping that that will help with this. That last commercial was a promo for the CCTA, and it just so happens that the top 3 winners of So You Think You Can Cook with Cannabis will become members of the Canadian Cannabis Tourism Alliance. That's one of your prizes. If you are a winner,
There we
that is
go.
one of your prizes. And
Well,
guess what, Chef? I have a surprise for you. Are you ready? Are you ready for your surprise? Wait till you see this. You're the first person to see this. You guys are the
for
first people to
me,
see this. It just came in the mail today. Wait till you see this. Look at this.
oh, my
This
new chef's knife.
is for the first place winner. Take a look at this. I'm trying to be very, very careful with it. This comes from British Columbia, Leechtown Blacksmith Company. I don't know if you can see the green in this
Yeah,
handle. Everything
gonna
was
look good in my knife
forged
kit.
by hand. Look at you. I know you were gonna say that. Wait till you see the other piece. So when I had reached out looking for a first place prize for this, I sent out a message, and this is who came back, and I cannot believe what we have
Oh,
here.
wow.
So this prize, this pan, hand forged, one of a kind pan and knife. Look how big it is. It's so heavy. $1,100 is what that would be worth if you
Wow.
were to purchase that. And so that is our first prize winner. It just came in the mail today. Thank you to Leechtown Blacksmith Company in British Columbia. Like they use like I don't I'm gonna say it right, 200-year anvil. I think that might be the right word for it. But like they are like like medieval blacksmiths that make this stuff.
That's awesome. No, that's gonna look good in my
That's so
knife kit.
exciting. It's such amazing healthy competition between all of you. I have had probably every one of you tell me you're going to win. You're going to take home all of the prizes. You're going to become the Can Avenger chef. This is another part of it. it is that the first place winner becomes the very first chef, comic book hero, superhero chef. So and CCTA, Education, Bite Me Cannabis Club. There's so many different prizes. So we're excited. This is the most prizes that we've ever had for So You Think You Can Cook with Cannabis. People just feel inspired by all of you because what you're doing is amazing.
It's gonna be fun, you know. Like we're all gonna say we're gonna win, but end of the day, talk is cheap. Let's see what our food could do.
I love that.
You know,
Okay, so I was going to show
our
up. So the news, we go ahead.
no, no, go ahead. Sorry, I was just gonna go on whatever.
No, keep talking, because
Oh,
I had to close my news windows. Is what I was about to say.
oh,
Well, I was supposed to be putting the news up, but I had to close the windows because we had bad
oh
reception. So
no,
it's
I
your
guess we
turn.
gotta keep talking. No, I don't know. I think we all have a
We gotta keep
story.
talking.
We're
So
all yeah. I think we all have a story. We're all passionate about what we do. I think we have to take the stories aside and we just let the food talk. You know, like the best chef will come out on top with their food. The story, we all got one. I don't think that has really anything to do with our food. It's what inspires us to do what we're doing. But end of the day, if the judges don't like our food, I think that's what's going to determine the winner and the loser, right?
absolutely, absolutely. So the weather for today in Elgin County is 24 degrees, according to the weather report that was supposed to bring up, and it's supposed to be sunshine for the next few days there. So I hope that you enjoy that weather.
Yeah, we'll probably be pretty busy here. Um, with the nicer weather, patios now open, and 2 out of our 3 menus launched. Like brunch, our brunch menu is really taking off now too.
Wow. And is there fish in every meal?
No, we have a lot of fish on our menu, but we do have fish on our brunch menu and on our main menu there. We do a perch eggs Benedict for our brunch, and then we have 2 versions of perch on our main menu, and we're bringing pickerel in here in the next week or 2.
Wow, you are about to make your restaurant the most famous restaurant in Ontario. I just have a feeling, chef. I just have a feeling things are going to happen in
I
the
hope
next little
so.
while. So, where can people find you and follow along? Where's your restaurant? I'm sure that people are like, I need to get there
Yeah.
right
So
now.
if you come down to Port Stanley, we're at 187 Main Street. We're over by Little Beach. Like if you go to the fishing boats, you'll see us up on the left-hand side there. We're on Facebook, social media, Instagram as Solo on Main. And then as you're saying, everyone knows me as Chefy Boy on Instagram. You know, I'm active on there sometimes and other times I'm not. I'm not really a tech guy. I'm in the kitchen 16, 17 hours a day most days. So when I'm on social media, it's me kind of unwinding and seeing what's going on in the real world.
Yeah, I get that. Is that the real world though, or is that the Matrix? I think our world is the real world and the tech world is the Matrix.
It's something different than the kitchen, right? So to me, it's like the real
Yep.
world that I
Yep.
don't really get to experience every day.
Because you're in the kitchen. Well, we are very glad that you're always in that kitchen. Thank you for sharing your art with us. Thank you for sharing yourself with the competition. And good luck. We'll see you on Monday at Ted Reader's The Joint in Whitby, kglnetwork.org. If you want to get in touch, if you want to find Chef Terrance, or if you want to maybe purchase a ticket. I'm just saying that because I'm not sure if there are any, but send me an email and we'll see what we can do. So good luck with the competition on Monday. Thanks so much for joining us today, Chef Terrance.
Thank you so much for having me, and I look forward to seeing you guys all on Monday.